beautiful worlds.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Hi, hello, everyone. My name is Julia, and I'm an erotic photographer. And today with me is Aisha, and she is a sex coach. And we are talking about new dating sites and, in general, dating sites. And I will be starting this conversation from my experience, which will go really, really far back. Okay, so I've started online dating in 2005, and it was a sexy, kinky app, which we discovering and we are talking about today. Not like something to marry, like looking for a like life partner or something, but we are talking about sex and sexual adventures and discovering the adult world, right? Although I'm not saying that you would not find a partner in there. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying that normal people are also there. Okay. Why I'm saying this, you will understand. So, what can I tell you in 2005? Everything was there before us, okay? Everything was there, okay? And people are trying to bring that online and trying to bring that experience closer to people. And so, what happened then? I can tell you, people were not m- technically mature and literated with their gadgets, okay? And in 2005, and I'm speaking about my country, but in majority countries are the same situation, there were only rich, educated businessmen who could guide themselves into this environment and who could use the computers and know how to set up the accounts and know how to fill them in and know how to communicate. So why I'm telling you this? Because the percentage of a very good fish in that sea was very high, okay? The trash was coming along as well, but I can tell you this: the good fish was the majority. You would meet a serious guy, who is in business, who is in politics, who is a doctor, who is like
Mm.
serious people, right? And that's when I was very much, oh, take me out, take me out, take me out. Okay, because I was younger, I needed that experience. I needed that energy. I needed that vibe. I needed to understand how these rich people living and what's happening. I came from a poor family. Okay. So the energy I was after, and of course, sexuality is the part of the thing why we are going out there, and the photography, like you mentioned just before, it is a huge thing, okay, because they cannot see you. The only they can see is your images and of course verbal expression. People were very shy then, very shy. I can tell you, not many brave people. They were hiding, they were showing, like right now, how to say, this bit or this bit, some kind of just the pieces, there were no straightforward pictures of the whole sex, but we were still going out there and looking.
So they would disguise themselves. Yeah.
Yes, there was a lot of hiding and securing the identity thing, much more than now. Although people are there is still crazy. Oh, I'm in the city, I'm working, I don't want to show my face. Who give a shit now? Seriously.
Really?
Who? No, there is many guys who still worry about that, and that's fine, but at then it was huge. Although I was a very risky person, and I was interested in general to see who are these people out there, and I wanted to meet, and I wanted to date, and I so did, and I went and meet people without even this dating app. Okay, I'm just saying there was the tool for me to literally meet someone. I was going out there anyway, like to the job, to the bar, to the somewhere, to the club, to the somewhere, if the people doing it for fun, I was doing it for work,
Yeah.
not like adult work. I was studying medicine, yes, but I had this girlfriend. She was absolutely, how to say, very busy with her job, and she needed to relax and she needed a drink. And every night she would go and have a drink. And I'm like a job, doing keeping a company, and there we were going and meeting those people, and that's how it is. I at that time prefer not to stay at home and watch the TV because I'm all young and sexy. I would prefer to sit somewhere in the bar and chat a hot guy or not so hot. So that's what I'm saying. You are now exposed to shit. So much shit floating around you, so many dead fish, so many. Oh my God, it's just so hard to swim. So many sharks. The moment you will apply to this any kind of the app, there is a lot of sharks will go towards you. By that, I mean that people who are living on those apps, who are looking for a fresh meat, who are users, abusers, and just how to say they are ill people. Okay, I'm not talking about those who would have fun and this is over for them, maybe they will find a partner and move on. No, I am talking about those who actually for years and years. So here we go. This lady, sex coach, gave me a new app to try. Okay, and Julia, like always, did the test. Okay, so what I did, I put the same pictures. I have not changed, I think, but I put two different profiles. Okay. One profile, which I can, because on the different profile, you can attract the different people. Although people still just looking at your pictures, but majority does read the information. Okay. So
Wow.
what I can say, the first profile was very masculine, very strong bitch, like superwoman. Okay, superwoman, and attracted a lot of pussycats. A
That's
lot.
the one you sent me, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And then the second one, which I've put it in here, I can read you out. So let me just read
Mm.
out so people will see what is the difference.
Yes, please.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And I have some screenshots for you just to take. Okay, so me, I'm writing, I am new, make no harm, but take no shit. Do not drink and do not smoke. Do not take drugs. Independent, separated, big kids, which is true. And then 4 languages, 4 degrees, into art, love to drive a nice car, and the hot holidays. Some guys would say I have balls, which is true, and not here to compete, but find a bigger pair than mine. That is for sure. Okay, so I can tell you this type of profile absolutely will kill a normal guy. Okay, because when they will hear 4 degrees and 4 languages and whatever, no one give a shit. It's just scary information for them. Okay, no one wants to find a warrior there, or how to say a superwoman. I know the Marvel stories are very popular and movies are very popular, but in the reality, it's not. Okay, so the reason why I'm telling you this, because this attracts a certain people. Okay, this information. So they see, oh, she's all hot and this, and she is this, so she can, she can carry me on shoulders. She can do everything for me. She's like, and this is type of guys, and we know there is a lot of them. You would attract. Okay, profile, verbal, number 2. Okay, so now I am trying to be more feminine. More
Hmm.
feminine is this. I didn't change a first line because I'm new. I changed the profile. First 3 days I waited and seen who arrived, and then after 3 days I changed into the different. Okay. New. Open for very special adventures with a very special person to me. I would say even exclusive to me. Not really into thinking how long this would last, more about enjoying now and especially today. So tomorrow would be flying. Also, when meet people, I value sexual energy connections,
Mm.
not into finding friends or going for crimes, and drama is not my thing. And then, of course, I would update it my desires and interests. And I can tell you, one is very important because I had a specific reply from the guy who said that this did kill him for him. So I'm saying my interest is photography, first number one, because I spent a lot of years in this field,
Mm.
you know.
Mm.
Although I don't know, medicine, actually, I spend more in medicine, but I didn't want to put here,
Okay.
because there is a medicine porn, of course, but I'm. very far. I'm very far from that, and so I just put in photography, and then I'm putting music because it's an energy, and I like music, and then I'm putting sauna because that's a serious sauna and it's closer to sex already,
Mhm.
right? Like that.
Mm.
And then I'm putting sun, sea, and sex,
Mm.
right? Like
Very kind of commercial PG.
yeah, like intending free spirit, sun, sea, sex, something like that, right? Which it is reflects, but how to say? It's a two different profiles and it's a two different information, and the second one attracted better people, which I fancied. Okay.
Whoa. So better is like people you were more attracted to?
No, better it means to my level. You see how the woman select guys, I know that this is a myth, by the size, by the cock size or by the height, it is
Mm.
important to me, right? But
Mm.
in the bed we're all equal when we're lying down, right?
Mm.
We are same size.
Totally.
So what happens is that actually the woman, if she's a clever woman and developed, and how to say, she's driven not by the wallet or what kind of car the guy has, or money. If she's driven by normal things like intellect and interests and kind of stuff, so she would look for a high level guy.
Mm. Yeah,
you know?
I totally get it. I'm totally there with you.
So looks are there, but he is not her level.
Yeah,
So there
yeah,
is a lot of guys who would invest a lot in six packs and this and this, but you look at the face and you see that he is not that level. It's like, why would I need a one stand?
yeah. Okay. What about when it's the reverse? When they are at your level, but they aren't attractive to your type?
No, I can tell you this, that attraction comes from the energy, not from the looks. Okay? It is when you are older, you see more.
Mm.
Okay, and you see kind of through the picture and you see through those words. So there were people, so when you're dating right now in the real world at the moment, and if you are okay with your personality and with your brain and with your maturity and with understanding and satisfaction with yourself, you will find that and I can tell you this, it is for me like this, every app or every website would maintain 2% of people which are my quality.
Sure.
And it is true. But what happens is, when you go to it's like you going to the shop and you're looking for let's say for a discounted item. You need to look everywhere.
Mm.
You know?
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I hear.
It's not like you're going and buying straight away what is in there, okay? And I'm not meaning this that we are looking for a cheaper item, but I'm just giving you that example how hard it is to find that item which you love and is for the right price.
Yeah.
So when you're going to that app, people need to understand that connection is easy. When you sort out your text and when you have a great pictures, connection is easy. Doesn't mean it's the right person for you. What it means is that it's the lesson for you, because every person what you meet, you need to think this way, what you're gonna give, because he will take. And
Mm.
when you think that every person you meet you need to give, you then calculate how much you can give.
Totally. Oh, yes.
And then when you get immature, because what happens is, and why I started this from 2005, because I've been dating in general. I was very active when a child, just because we all lack of love. And I was looking that for that love out there. And I start looking at a very young teen age. And I thought I will find that person who will fill me in with that love and give it to me. And finally I will find him and I will have that love. And so I went around the world looking for this fucking love. Okay, and I've been everywhere. Okay, and I've tried with everyone. I mean, not everyone, of
Mm.
course, but this is the part,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you why. Because I don't know if you have children, but when you have, you will understand about children one thing. For the first 3 years when they are growing up, they will pick up every shit from the ground and put it in their mouth to try.
Okay.
Even it's like a cigarette,
Ew.
that is so gross things, you will just say no, 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 and he will pick up everything and he will try in the mouth.
Wow.
Okay, this
Wow.
is how children going through their lifting and bringing their immunity to the level that they can survive.
Mm,
Okay, because they in first 3 years they ill with every fucking disease possible.
mm,
Okay, they're just being ill and ill and ill and ill. That's how they go through this life. They preparing for maturity and they getting this immune system and they trying all this fucking shit.
mm.
I remember my son, I just turned around for a minute and then I looked at him and he took that, this cigarette thing and sucking, and I was like, fuck, just like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
fuck. So they will go and try every shit. And that's how I refer this to people who never had a sexual experience. I am not encouraging everyone. I am just saying that I have a knowledge and understanding why people going out there and why they're doing. They have to have this immunity and they have to understand who their personality is and what is the sexuality is inside them and what that means to them. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that same time, it means that they will get a lot of diseases like their children. Okay. I mean, literally and not literally. Okay.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it is. Okay. It is because that's the way, because they will match with those people certain. And then again, and I want to come back to that energy level, energy, what attracts people, it's our damaged vibrations. Okay, so the sexual energy, when you share with that person, it evaporates. Okay, but what stays is the channel and connection. Okay, and that is your price to pay. Okay, and this channel, if you, for example, for me personally, if I develop some kind of a emotional connection, so basically imagine if you have a great sex.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
that's where you leave the
Imagine.
part of you. Yeah, but that is the reason why we want this, right? To
Yeah.
to meet that and to have that experience, right? But that's where you meet and leave the part of you, and you will be looking for that channel in every other person. That's how you would.
Mm,
That's why you go and discover, okay,
mm.
for yourself. That's why you need to be that child and try every shit on that ground.
Yeah.
and and this app is created for that reason, for people who are not developed enough. For example, for me, I'm a photographer. I am very good at analyzing faces, and I'm very good at seeing already. Okay,
Mm.
I don't need to meet people, right? Plus my.
Really? Don't you think sometimes you might be wrong? Like,
Yes, yes, and I can tell you this. So there is the levels, and I'll just putting you straight away. I'll give you one moment.
thank
I'll
you.
give you the talk, but I'll tell you the last thing. Okay. So for people like me who had a lot of experience and who had a lot of brain and put a lot of effort in to work about myself and about my world and about my sexual partner, it
Mm,
is, why I'm going there?
mm.
For courage.
Okay.
Not for sexual experience. I'm going there for courage, because you need to be courageous to go there again
Mm.
and meet those people and prove them yourself first, right? That there is something new that you have not seen, which
Yeah.
it is how our world is. Because what happens with this negative informations, okay, negative information building up, and then that child, insecure child, which was always banned, or you can't do this, can do this, can do this, for the child, then that emotional personality, your sixth voice, whatever sense he is talking to you anyway, he
Mm,
is stopping you from every other connection. He's telling you, oh, I told you this, oh, I don't, no, no, don't go with this, no. So
mm,
then when you have that kind of a whole experience, then you understand that this app you need not for trying new things because you've tried so many. No, to develop your courage.
mm.
Develop your courage to go out there again and try again and do that step.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I totally.
Okay, so So and so I will, and so I will, but I need, you see, I am a heavy, if you think about me like in the sport, I am a heavy lifter,
Mm,
this week people, it's just waste of my time, I can't, I don't have time with them, and they are scared of me anyway, because the moment they meet, they see my energy, they dead. Okay, they just you know and the thing is that every time when I've tried those datings, and I've tried it recently, not straight away everyone wants to have sex because they want my energy, because they want to get it, because they see that this is powerful, because they see that it's value. That's why they want everyone to mate with me.
wow.
They are after the energy. You think why they are there? Majority of guys, they're empty and dead people from inside. They need those fresh meat for the energy. We are all energy creatures. Everything around us is life, okay? It's,
Mm,
we just don't see that it's life, but everywhere is a vibration. Even now I'm sitting, if you would see, I would be sitting like that because this house is vibrating, yes?
mm,
But you would not see this way. But that's why they want to connect with me, okay? To get that energy. And
mm.
that is why I am like, how to say, a temple now. Okay.
Totally. This is Shakti.
Because I know what they want.
Mm,
Okay. And I don't want to meet them anymore because I know this, but who I would find and who I want to meet and who I would like to is 1 or 2%. It means that you need to go to this app and put it out there seriously, full on, and put the work out there. I don't have time for this, you know.
mm,
So I've decided to go and develop my courage at this moment. And you see, people like us, we are all predators. Okay, we are predators. Yes, or we are very developed our senses and sensations, and we attract those people. So I
mm,
use both. Okay, I
mm.
don't go and hunt. Okay, before I did, that's how was my job. I was younger and I said that I went into dating because I was that hunter. Okay, I was that hunter for that precious energy, and I hunt down many valuable energies.
Yeah.
Okay, and those energies brought me from nowhere into where I am right now.
Mm,
Okay. But the reason why we're talking about is because today's world is very complicated. First, you need to have seriously good pictures. Okay. Then you need to talk or
mm,
express yourself. And then you need to put that work. And the third one is even more most complicated
mm.
because you know what happens, and I can tell you for me what happens is right. And I have this message here I can share, that it's showing me that for now, if I would upgrade my membership, there is like 1,800 members who already liked me. Okay.
Totally. Yeah, I have the same. And I'm like, oof, do I want to just go and have a look through all those people and very quickly find?
No, no, I can tell you why. No, I decided no, and I know that this is true because I can tell you I had this from one dating blogger from Tel Aviv somehow
Mm,
found me for the interview about adult photography, and I told her that I very recently, it was few years back, I went into a naughty site. It is not available right now, and I did a test with my photography. Okay, it wasn't me who was in the picture, but I took the lady who came for a dating shoot, and I just wanted to check, is my dating photography working? Okay.
yeah.
Am I doing everything right? And I got 3,000 letters in 3 days.
Stop.
Yes. And I thought, fuck, I didn't know what to do. And
Wow.
then and I took the screenshots. Okay, there were so many guys who were saying me, I totally get it. You're so sexy. I want you like that.
Mm,
And I said to her, I created you a profile for dating. And I said, you would not believe this, but there is so many guys who would like to see you. Okay. But
wow.
I can tell you this, because it wasn't me in the picture, right? my personality opened to the 100%. So
Mm.
I write such a sensual, sexual, content that every guy probably on that planet would want to fuck me, or at least see me, meet me, or whatever. Okay, thing. And then I made those pictures really hot. Okay, that is why I'm not surprised. She made about this situation a blog, and she added my website. She could not believe, but that's true. You can. But what happened then? I was trying to communicate with those guys. I was overwhelmed. It was not possible.
Too many
You
conversations, no connection. You can't remember. No.
Yes, you can't go volume. You can't. I've decided through that time that it was just a waste of time, and I was trying there and there, and you can't sit. You cannot sit with one ass on five chairs.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree.
You just can't.
This is
And
a
I'm not talking about five chairs. There was much more. And now it's just the same situation. I know that my pictures probably people liked and stuff, and the things. Well, this message appeared when I changed my profile into a more sensual, and that the second version, which I thought could be could be a hit. Okay, and so I would not go to a paid membership just because I would advise everyone who is out there to be sure about themselves, okay, and just take responsibility for their choices. And I'm not saying one guy at the time, but eventually she should have to pick one. Okay.
Okay. Why?
Okay, I can tell you why.
There's a
I can tell you
great,
why.
yeah.
Very quickly respond, because I will tell you I was developing a lot of business ideas.
Mm.
Okay, and I was running 5 or 6 business ideas, and I was running out of time, and I was out of breath, and I was just a hustler at the end. I didn't go anywhere with any of them.
Mm.
If I would pick one, I could have a relationship, at least understand what is the base, what is my luck, what is the lesson I getting, because every person you will choose is your lesson.
Yeah, I agree.
Something what is inside you, something is missing in you, or something somehow. So you kind of making yourself to yourself an adjustment, and the second one you will meet with that adjusted self.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
when you spend just chatting and it's like running 5 businesses and getting nowhere.
So I agree with you in, like, I believe, like, at the beginning, so maybe for the first couple of weeks or the first couple of months, whatever it is, you need to um invest time in getting to know the person to build a little foundation, etc. But I also think that it's, for me at least anyway, it's I thrive on having like a number of people in my life, like having a number of lovers or a number of conversations. I funnily, it's funny that you brought this up, because actually I similarly went onto field to regain my courage after a breakup last year that left me really reeling. Like, I was surprised, there was a betrayal, I was very surprised by it, and then I sort of went away and I disconnected from my femininity, I disconnected from my, I didn't so much disconnect from my sexuality as it sort of went dormant, it went very deep inside. And then as I was coming out of it, it started to pop up again. So I went on to feel like, okay, I am ready. Like, let's start connecting with other people. Let's start feeling back into, like, who do I want to connect with? Who do I want to be with? And realizing that for many women, well, even scientifically now, they've proven that when women are having sex with a man, they're absorbing the male pheromones, and it assists the health and the cycle of their menstruation. So there's really like a nutrient in sex for women. So that's sort of why I was going back on that. And it was incredible at boosting my courage. It was like wonderful. I was like, this is so much fun. There is so much possibility. There is so much potential. Why have I spent the last 3 months inside not dating? Right. And then I booked loads and loads of dates, just like filled my calendar, meeting all these different men. And then I realized, oh, this is silly. This is so silly because I'm not really with them. I'm getting off of going and meeting them, but I'm not really opening up to them unless they're incredible. And I can very quickly go through these dates, these profiles, and be like, I'm 60, 70, 80% sure I'm a yes to this person or I'm a no to them. And so I went through and I cancelled all these dates. And I also really communicated with those men too. Like, thanks for arranging to meet me. I've changed my mind. Like, because otherwise people just disconnect. And I think that is not a nice behavior that people do. I understand why. And I understand sometimes we can hurt people's feeling. But I think actually it's worth just taking the time, sending them a message, and then letting them disconnect from you. You know, you kind of just rejected them. So let them reject you back a little. That's sort of how I feel. But when it comes to, yeah, I like having multiple connections. And I think that the level of my libido, the level of my playfulness, the level of the attention that I want needs multiple people there. So I kind of like don't super agree with you that we have to make a choice of one person. And I also feel that with each person we go to, there is sort of like a length of time that we're with them, and then it closes. Like I see that it is possible to get married, to have long-term relationships, to spend your whole life with someone. I have friends who are like that, but it takes such a level of commitment. It takes such a level of removing your ego to really show up fully in the relationship. And I don't think many people have that. We're in a time when more and more and more is available and possible for us as individuals, like in terms of our businesses, etc., that I don't think many people are ready to, or that the benefits just don't sort of pay off anymore. And this is, we've never been in a more liberated sexual time, especially for women. And I think that, you spoke about men wanting to come and, be ignited by your energy and to have some of that energy. And that is, for me, that's really Shakti. Like in Tantra, they talk about how the woman is the catalyst. She brings the form, she brings the vessel, the inspiration, which I agree. And I feel that way about myself. I think that you feel that way about yourself. And it's the sexiest thing in the world. It's so sexy. I was just on the phone to one of my sisters who said, I'm not sure if my partner thinks I'm sexy anymore. And I said, that is not your concern. You need to be concerned about if you think you're sexy, because if you think you're sexy, then of course he'll think you're sexy, because we bring something. Yeah, we bring something. And to fuel that sense of I'm really sexy, I'm Shakti, this is who I am, this is how I show up in the world, these are my gifts, my beauty is my gift, etc., my body is my gift. I don't know that one man can do that. And I don't think that the men in the culture that we live in today can do that.
Can I just stop you because
Go ahead.
I'm waiting, but I'll stop you about one man, okay? Just because my medical background will tell you now another thing. The reason why one man cannot do that, and the reason why we think that, because it can't. In the reality, the way our hormones develop through the cycle, and we're talking about the period cycle from two, the woman intend to have two types, but I am intend to have three. Okay, so one is sensual and romantic, and the other is macho man who would fuck you and like that. And I would like to have a third option, which is a mixture between one and the second. So that is true, and it's related to your hormonal and how to say and that cycle which is out there. There is certain days when you will fancy one person, and the certain time you will fancy another one, and that is nothing we can do. That's how we wired. Okay. In the reality, the reason why we speak about and we having this chat about dating apps is because we are in different age groups. Okay. And the reason why my opinion is like that, because I'm way behind you.
Mm.
Okay. So you are that child who is ready to discover the world and pick everything from that ground. Okay.
I am. I am.
And that's true. And I'm saying to you that you have to go through this period to understand who you are. The reason why you became sexual therapist is to actually cover this missing gap inside of you and understand more about yourself, not about the others. Because
100.
every time you connect with the other people, you get yourself and information who you are more and more.
Yes. Truth. Truth. I
Now,
say this to my
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. This is how it is. I'm not better than them. I'm just dedicated to
No,
this.
it's not even better. You helping yourself. This is your way to self-discovery, and this is your way to self-grow. There is, for example, a guy who I chatted, and he said, "Oh my gosh, I am so into traveling. I've traveled there by myself. I spend years and years." Okay, and I know people who will go and say, "I did, tantra or whatever meditation, and I did this." My friend went and she did years, mature woman, right? Years playing tennis and become a pro in the certain league. Okay, this is the way people understand their sexuality, their primal calls. Okay, and one of the ways which we're talking about dating is an open channel for people to discover, to actually reach the volume which you're talking now about. Yes, because we are so much closed and suppressed at the moment. Before, I said I was going to the bars and clubs. Now I don't fucking need that. Okay, I just open the app and say yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, 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 yes, yes. Do
Yeah.
I move my ass? No. Did I get myself ready? No. Do I do all this fancy stuff? No. Okay, what I need is just beautiful pictures and right information about myself to be successful on app. But then again, I can tell you there are levels of people, and like I mentioned before, there are we our life is like a game. Okay, and every game has levels. Okay, and you are playing this game on this level, and I'm playing this game on another level, and nothing is wrong with that. Okay, we are different age and we are different experiences and we have a different life. What I'm saying is to you, very important, that every person has energy and vibration levels. Their game is, it's not like related, it's not like karma. Okay, but you are who you attract.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everyone on that website will have a different game. Okay, because you will choose by the person you want to get a lesson from. Okay, and if you that victim, you will choose the person who will punish you. Okay, if you we attract those people,
But
and
I
we are choosing.
Yeah, and I also think that because there's this funny thing of like people ask, so what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a hookup? Are you looking for a relationship? Like, what are you looking for? But I'm really aware that what I'm looking for changes with every conversation that I have, with every person that I match with. With one person, I might be looking for like, or what I feel is possible. It's not what I'm looking for, but what I can see opening up is either friendship or hookup or potentially like, this extraordinary human being that I want to go on a longer journey with. But I find that we're playing games, yes, maybe, but maybe consciously, maybe unconsciously, but also what we attract, like one person who attracts me, they'll attract that particular side of me, right? That where I'm putting them in my mind. And then another person will attract another side of me, which is where I'm putting them in my mind. They've matched with the same person, they're having completely different experiences. And I'm actually giggling to myself thinking about, you're talking about these levels, and with one person I'm being like very assertive, very smart and bratty, and with another person I'm being like very doting and very sweet. And it's just based on like where I put them in my mind. It's like, but it's the same me, right? And it's the same app and it's the same profile.
No, but you are that cabbage.
Cabbage. Are you calling
Yes,
me
the
cabbage?
cabbage. Did you see the cabbage?
With the
You
layers?
remove those leaves, and there are so many leaves that you just go and go and go and go and go and go.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why you're doing this,
Yeah.
because you are that cabbage. And you
Cabbage.
and you discovering what is inside that cabbage with every leaf.
Yeah. With every different kinky, sweet leaf.
Yes, and by your personality, I'm not being a witch here or anything, right? But you have a certain type of energy which will take you through this app on a beautiful journeys.
Hmm.
Okay, on the journeys that you are fancy, because I'll tell you, behind that person who wants to find out what is in this cabbage, he also in love in every leaf of his
Hmm.
cabbage, if you understand.
Hmm.
So you love your whole head,
Totally.
okay?
Yeah.
And you are ready to, to see at every leaf and keep it in there, you're not that person who's wrecking and I don't like this. And so your journey on that app, on that dating situation will be one road, okay? You would take. I can tell you, not every cabbage is in love in his head.
Hmm.
Okay, what
Hmm.
happens with women and today, no, yesterday I've seen a very clear and very precise information. And it was saying Jennifer Lopez, she's,
Oh.
yes, I was looking at her, and she is with this Ben Affleck, and they were together, then they were split up, and he had this family with the actress and
Hmm.
children, and he became an alcoholic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and everything was really bad for him and for the family and the stuff. And I can confirm the same information, that the guys do, majority of the guys want a woman who already knows and loves her cabbage. Okay, knows every leaf, and loves the whole of the head.
Hmm.
Okay, and they will be just a cherry on that cabbage, on the,
Hmm. Yeah.
it would not be unraveling every and helping her and doing stuff. No, they actually want a grown, beautiful cabbage. They
Yeah.
don't want to fucking, put the water in and do stuff on that cabbage and grow it. And that what happened with that Ben in with this family, because he literally became a gardener and it killed him, right? So what Jennifer was doing, she was fucking growing that cabbage, and she was all beautiful and stuff. And now Ben came back, and
Hmm.
they are nice and they will live nicely together. But the thing is that in our days, if this is like you said, we are in the society when people are more open and more explorative, and people are much younger. They are grown up in this way that they want women to be sorted.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorted sexually, sorted this, that she would know what she wants, that she would tell what she wants, that she will respect herself and know who she is.
Yeah.
Okay, and he is just there next to that beautiful cabbage. Okay, and they can cook one dish from the cabbage, another dish from the cabbage, this and that. There is so many dishes you can cook from this cabbage, right?
Delicious.
Yeah, delicious. But the thing is, these motherfuckers that don't want to grow this cabbage.
Yeah.
And we are, you know,
Hmm.
raised in a fucking lie.
Hmm.
That
Yes.
there is someone out there who will help you to grow this cabbage.
Hmm.
Okay? And then you end up by yourself analyzing, discovering, figuring out and what is the fucking going on and why those people. Because every person would try a little bit of her that leaf, and stem and said, fuck it, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going. I don't want this dish.
Totally. No cabbage. An allergy to cabbage.
Yeah, develops an allergy to cabbage disease or something. So that's the thing. When the cabbage is all beautiful and on loving itself, then they want it.
Yeah.
And they know that this dish you can cook, this dish you can cook, this dish you can cook, this dish. So you bring them the whole menu, what is possible, and they will be that cherry on the cabbage.
Hmm.
And that's the thing, and that's how nowadays men are. And that's why women need to understand that going out there and thinking that they will find someone who will grow their cabbage, it's a very big mistake.
Agreed. And when you go there loving your cabbage, loving all the head, then you get to choose and you get to direct what happens rather than just being sort of submissive and seeing what you can get and hoping that, they'll ask you out or, blah, 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 blah. The moment that you assert yourself in a conversation, everything changes. When they know that you value yourself, when they know that you love yourself, everything changes. Suddenly you're far more interesting. Suddenly they're far more unsure about themselves. Suddenly they're far more giving. It all happens very, very fast.
I am very cruel at this end because the moment they start giving me all these compliments, I'm not interested in them anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not, I'm losing interest. I'm very hard with
Tell me
this.
about that. What's that about?
Well, everyone has this, woman has expectations, right?
Yeah.
And mine are just too high.
What are your expectations? Describe them.
Well, I want someone to blow me away.
Yeah.
Imagine when I've seen that much, how hard it is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you. I am with you. I am with you. I was chatting with someone and I and I don't know where they invited me, but in the past someone invited me after meeting me once at a party to go to New York for a day, right? And another person invited me to be with their family for like a few days in this beautiful house after meeting me once. And when you have people make such big gestures and value you so highly and demonstrate that so clearly, then it is difficult to sort of take the little pieces that come elsewhere.
Yeah, but do you understand that every time you would do so or agree so, you will pay? You understand that?
I don't agree with that. I didn't always pay.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about that pay. Okay.
No, I mean like there was an exchange. That's what you're saying. It's transactional, right? There's a transaction that's at play. I totally agree with you. And the transaction is that they get to spend time with me. That is the transaction. They get to swim around in my energy for those days, and we get to connect and spend time together. We get to learn more about each other. And so for me, it wasn't just this grand gesture. It wasn't so much the thing that we did, that they had the idea, that they were impulsive. I mean, these are also things that I love in other people, my friends and my lovers, is like that we just do spontaneous big things together, that we live a big life, that so but I understand what you're saying, that there's a transaction. And I wonder, when someone compliments you, is there a transaction there? Like, do you feel like you need to be submissive or something, or meet someone's expectations because they complimented you? Or is it just that their compliments is hitting at such a low level versus how you really want someone to show up?
You see, when you're getting older, the sexuality expression is, if you especially communicating not visually, not one to one, but through the words, it has to go between the lines.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's where the compliment lies. Okay, if the
Oh,
person knows how to do so, it's like a fine line, it is very, like, when I'm talking about people and I'm saying that for me it's 1 or 2% of people from 100 which will match my qualities and my standards, I am being honest because I already did that research. Okay,
yeah.
and I can tell you now, before we will go, because we have just few minutes for everyone, okay? Because I've done this journey, which you are setting yourself all upon to, okay? And people are have to go there to understand who they are.
Sure.
I can tell you what happened for me at the end of the journey.
I
These
would
all
love to hear.
connections. Look, when you are at that cabbage, right? Every leaf has, if you would see, okay, let's go to the matrica molly, yes? every cabbage, right? Or let's say, and every leaf is connected to the wire. So imagine you wiring yourself to so many people in 10 years. Okay, what will happen to this cabbage? Energetically, it will be trapped. Okay, so to go to with yourself to another level, and we're talking about something what majority of people now do not understand at
Mm,
all.
mm,
Okay, we're talking about energy here. Okay, so you developing that beautiful head, and then with that beautiful head you understand what's happening in the surroundings and you want to go up.
mm,
Okay, to go up you need to cut every channel you've created, even invisible, even go back into it, it is very hard and very complicated. And
mm,
then you understand that every channel which you have connected, no matter for how long, no matter how, it is sucking your energy for you to redevelop and to give that push to go into that another level. And
mm,
so there is another work going on in there after that road when you will discover me in every leave of your channel. I'm just going ahead with you. And
mm,
that's what I am saying to you. Because we're coming back to that price, okay? Every leaf which you will discover for yourself and understand for yourself will have that wire, and
mm,
that will be your price.
mm.
And you will understand only maybe in 10 years when you would like to go ahead with yourself and go into another level. You see, people somehow, I don't know, but that is true, somehow they have this progression, natural progression to evolve,
Mm,
okay, from who they are already, and retransform, annulate themselves, go again to zero, and go up higher and build themselves up again, okay,
mm,
while they swim in these waters and they realize everything, the temperature who is around them, they want to jump into another ocean.
mm.
And in the other ocean there is another fish.
What kind of fish is that fish?
When you swim in the waters where you swim for 10 years, okay, you recognize all the fish in there
Mm. Truth. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
because you felt it.
Mm,
Because your cabbage is full of every fish
mm,
around there.
mm,
And you don't have a leaf left. You need to annulate and start all over to build a bigger cabbage.
mm.
Nice. Yeah?
Prize-winning cabbage
Yes,
from
yes,
the seed, from the little
yes,
seed.
yes.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be a different one. Maybe you're not gonna be a cabbage
Mm.
then. Maybe you're gonna be aubergine.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
why would stay the cabbage? Maybe you evolve like this butterfly. It stays in a cocoon and it's cooking in there for some time. It's cooking, and then comes out a butterfly.
Totally.
Okay,
Totally.
so we are, like you understand, we are creators of our life, and our souls are the proof to
Mm,
this, to connection to our universe and to connection to our people,
mm,
to everyone around us,
mm.
right? And the dating website, we fucking went in the totally different direction. I prefer those screenshots, but we did the very good thing because there is so
I
many.
love it. Yeah. What you shared is honestly so illuminating, and I love that we have such different perspectives and such different focuses as we go through things.
Because you are more realistic, you are more into how to say how it is right now, and you are more representing this generation who is trying those things.
Yeah.
Okay, you are more representing these people who
Mm,
will be on that app.
mm,
Okay, and you are more closer to them. I am maybe that person who can compare what was there before, and I said the times were great, and you did not need to do that much of work, and you do not need to put any text, and even those images you don't need to put an effort, because you knew inside of yourself that the person you're connecting is on the higher level. I
yeah.
never wanted to connect with the same one. I just always wanted to connect with someone, so I would can look up to. Okay, you understand? Those times, I can tell you, I was walking on the streets and dreaming how to. You know what was my dream?
Tell
They
me.
all were fancy. They were when we were meeting, everyone had a fancy car.
Mm,
Everyone had a fancy car. Such a fancy car that I thought, fuck. When is going to be the time when I will go to the salon and drive this car out of the salon? That was my dream. Okay, that was my dream, to
mm,
get a fresh new car from the salon, so it smelled like this. So I'm sitting in this car, and I'm dreaming about this. It
mm,
happened to me
mm,
here in London.
mm,
Okay, but that's how I've associated myself. Now I
mm,
can tell you this: the dreams are different. I mean, the dreams are the same, but reality is different with those apps. Okay, you can have sex the same like before,
mm.
with boundaries or whatever. This
Sure.
is available. At that end, nothing changed.
Mm,
I'm saying the game levels
mm.
are different.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay?
yeah, I see you. Mm,
And those people who I'm talking about, and on the way I've looked up to, I've grown into them.
mm.
You
I
understand?
I understand and I love talking to you. I
Yeah.
honestly love it. Right.
Okay, babes, we are way away our schedule. Okay, so thank you so much. If someone will be watching, sending everyone a kiss.
Yeah,
We are going to be like new teams and stuff every Thursday, right? So in
absolutely.
the year time, we will have a big gallery of stuff to look at and look back to, and there will be a lot of material that people want to hear in general to understand what it is dating app. There are so many people never tried, and they want to have a data before they will go, and this is what
Mm,
we do.
yeah.
We're gonna look at it, and we're gonna provide the data information, and we will share our opinion. Your opinion is very positive. I don't want to talk about opinion which comes from the negative. I cannot stand this. Okay,
Mm.
you are a perfect you know that torch.
Yes.
You know that torch which is shining in the darkness. Okay, so you are that torch for me. Okay, who will go into the dating site, which is absolutely, asshole, dark, pitch black, and she's gonna shine, and she's gonna be bright, and she's so positive, and she will attract those flies because they're flying to that light. Okay, and then she choose these flies, and she will select it, and we will speak about her cabbage, and I will do my journey in the same time. So let's keep things updated. Kiss you, love you,
Mm.
and see you next week. Bye bye.